Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today is the biggest day in the history of losses above replacement because we will watch as the magic unfolds right here, right now. We are live from MLB Power Pros 2008. This is 16 years in the making, at least for me. So today, we're live streaming some MLB Power Pros. Yes, I'm aware that the setup is a little jank. We have my phone on my nightstand about 5 feet in front of me, stacked up. I have 3 decks of cards in front so it doesn't fall over. It's plugged in, so we're good. So we're not going to lose the little game action over here. We got a lamp. We have 2 lamps lighting me up against my back wall. I'm sitting on my bed, so that's not going to be comfortable in about an hour or so. We hate that my nunchuck doesn't work. We are playing on the Wii version. I have a Wii and nunchuck, and sometimes the nunchuck screws up. So that's something we will have to contend with. But to begin, I will let the viewers decide. Do you want to watch an exhibition game, 2008 rosters? Do you want me to go through MLB Life? You can pick the player. I can do a season mode, pick your favorite team. I can try a success mode. I'm game for anything. I'm just happy to be here, right? So just getting the nostalgia vibes right now, and this is just great. So make sure you drop a follow. If you're watching on YouTube, we have a Twitter, and we have an Instagram at losses above at LAR_baseball. You can follow me at Mr. Splashman19. You can follow Alex, Mac, Jack, the gang. But today is a very important day in LAR history because we have the greatest game ever created on our televisions right now, on our TV screens. If you're on Twitter and you are if you'd like to leave a comment, you can pop over to YouTube. We have it up on the YouTube. I can pop up the comments like this if you have questions, or I'll talk baseball. I'm happy to do that. We can talk about Power Pros. I can comment on the game. I don't know how that's Alex's realm. So we're just vibing, honestly. This is just pure vibes, no script. This is pure vibes. I don't even know what game mode we want to do. So we are it's pure vibes right now. We are on pure, unadulterated vibes. Let me know if my mic sounds all right. If the audio sounds okay. Maybe I can turn the music down a touch. It's pretty loud in my ear. Okay, we'll throw it on 27. So we have some options. If you are unfamiliar with MLB Power Pros, you have Exhibition Mode, which is like Play Now mode in modern games. You have MLB Life, which is like a career mode. We have Success Mode, which is, I think, Road to the Show, but it cuts off after AAA, so you can't play the majors in Success Mode, but you can move your character over to MLB Life. Season Mode, just think Franchise Mode or Season Mode in MLB The Show. We have League, which is a playoff format. Home Run, which is a home run derby format. Practice, a range team that is you can edit rosters. My data, baseball cards. Baseball cards is kind of cool. Just like a snapshot of MLB history here. Like the 2008 Red Sox. Ellsbury, Youkilis, Ortiz, Manny, Lowell, J.D. Drew, Jason Varitek, Dustin Pedroia, Julio Lugo, Josh Beckett, Daisuke, one of the best pitchers of the game, Tim Wakefield, rest in peace, John Lester, Kevin Cash. Couple managers here, Alex Cora and Kevin Cash. That's kind of funny. You have the mayor, Sean Casey, Coco Crisp, all-time great name, Jed Lowry, Mets legend, Kurt Schilling, no comment, Brandon Moss. So with the gangs all here, right? This is beautiful. The Astros are still in the National League, by the way. So artifact of the past. The Cubs haven't won a World Series since 1908 still. This is just pure vibe. Texas, congratulations. You won a World Series. Seattle still hasn't been to the World Series. Sorry, Alex. Yankees still sitting on 26 titles. Boston's won 2 more since then. The Braves won another one. The Phillies won the year this came out. We're going to downvote that one. But yeah, just pure vibes right now. Pure vibes. Drop a comment. I do not have Twitter pulled up because my phone is over there. So if you're on Twitter, pop over to the YouTube, drop a comment. say hello. I can give you a shout out and tell me what game mode you want me to play. Yeah, baseball questions. Tough game for the Braves today. They lost 4-1 in Pittsburgh. Just not a great day at the office for the offense. They had a couple hard hit balls, but nothing was really finding the grass. I would say just one of those days, but it feels like that's every day with this Braves offense. They just haven't been very good this season. They had the first couple weeks they were rolling, but since then it's been a slog to score like 3 runs most nights. They had a big 8th inning last night. They scored 5 runs, kicked Bailey Falter out of the game, but it's been rough for Braves country. Yes, I know they're 10 games over 500 or 9 games over, I think, right now, but it's not great. And then Philly's playing Colorado, so it's like they're going to start stacking up more wins, and you might get to a 10-game deficit here in a minute. Now, I will say, 2022, the Braves came back from down over 10 games against the Mets, but this Phillies team, man, is very, very good. I know they faced an easier schedule, but they credit to them, they've gotten the dubs. They have stacked win upon win upon win, and can't fault them for that. So you play who you play, and they've been balling out. So again, 4 options. We have exhibition. So I'll fire up an exhibition game. Play a couple random teams. See, there goes my nunchuck again. Wish I could chuck it against a wall. That would probably break it even more. That would be pretty sad. All right, we'll fire it up on normal. We're cool. We're vibing like that. Oh boy, we'll do random select. So we got a little Padres and Padres Jays action. Okay, we're gonna play at Petco or Rogers Center. We're going to play at Petco. We're gonna fire up the Desert Camouflage, and we're gonna fire up the Throwback Jays. All right, this is beautiful. We're gonna play at Petco. No DH because we're in the National League, and again, 2008 game. Wind on, weather unpredictable. We'll play rain because it definitely rains all the time in San Diego. We'll play at night. Condition. We'll play 9 innings for the vibes. No injuries, no bullpen. We do have a mercy rule, roster of 40. All right. This is great. Let's roll through the lineup. So we have Brian Giles. Giles is one of the players in this game that doesn't play as well as he would in real life because the balls and strikes are not reasonable. You don't walk very much in this game. Even hitters with great eyes, you don't walk a lot. If you played a full season and you took, you might walk 50 times max. Tadahito Iguchi, World Series winner with the White Sox. Of course, Adrian Gonzalez, a stud. He was on the Hall of Fame ballot here, I think, last year. Khalil Green in the cleanup spot. I don't know about that one, Chief. Jim Edmonds, Cardinals legend, but he's in his final few years here with San Diego. He's 38 in the game, by the way. Kevin Kuzminoff at the hot corner. Scott Hairston in left. Josh Bard. Yes, Josh Bard behind the dish. And then we have 2007 Cy Young Award winner Jake Peavy on the bump. Some guys on the bench. We have Michael Barrett, Colt Morton, Tony Clark, Justin Huber, Calix Crabb, Great Young, Jody Garrett, and Paul McAnulty. Also Chris Young, Rangers GM now, Greg Maddux, Hall of Famer, Randy Wolf, Mark Pryor, Cubs legend, Wilfredo Ledesma, Claude Meredith, Clay Hensley, Carlos Guevara, Heath Bell, Trevor Hoffman, another Hall of Famer, Justin Germano. The whole gang is here. I will say, if you notice a player is missing and they might be replaced by a player with the name Great, that is just a MLB PA thing. So there's some players in this game, notably Kevin Millar is not in the game. He is replaced with a great player. Barry Bonds in 2007 was not in the game. He was replaced with Great Gonzalez. So I think we'll fire up this team. We'll just go standard here. And we got the Blue Jays roster: Eckstein, Hill, Rios, Wells, Roland, Stewart, Overbay, Zahn, Halladay. So we have Doc versus Jake Peavy. Fun matchup. Let's play a ball, folks. Play ball. Halladay was probably the best pitcher in the game at this time. He has the highest stamina in the game at A200. and the only other player over 180 is CC. So we'll just, oh, look at those beautiful jerseys. Beautiful jerseys. Whoa, not where I wanted to throw that one. Okay. Yeah, my controller has seen better days. I've had it for probably 10 years now. So let's hit him with a little inside curve. Khalil Green. Oh, got him. What a play. Woo! We got to watch the replay on that one. Bare hand in the air. Gets 2006 World Series MVP David Eckstein by half a step. All right, Aaron Hill, another righty. So we're that slider. Okay, that moved a lot. We'll go back to the slider. Start a little more inside. Okay, that's a very nice pitch. We'll hit him inside with the two-seamer down and in. Get a little nice rollover. Okay, cool. All right, another righty with Alex Rios. We'll go two-seamer bottom of the zone. Nothing you can do with that. Of course, this PV is coming off of a Cy Young Award season and a Triple Crown season. So he's awesome in the game. Doc Holliday is awesome as well. We'll go sinker down and in. There we go. All right, 1, 2, 3 inning. So you have two of the top, 5 pitchers. It's tough to get a gauge, because when you do season modes, the best players are not always, like Albert Pujols is always pretty good. Alex Rodriguez is always pretty good. Andrew Jones is always really good. But then you have some pitchers that are surprisingly good, like Zach Duke on the Pirates. Our Cy Young Award in the LAR world is named after Mr. Zach Duke because he's unstoppable in season mode. So we got a 2-2 count here. It's tough to walk. It's really tough. So we'll go the opposite way. Over Rollins' head, another Hall of Famer there. So nice little start for Giles there. Tatahito Iguchi. Okay. I could serve that into right field if he goes back out there. With these high stamina pitchers like Halladay, like CC Sabathia, I like to generally take until I get to 2 strikes. Drive up the pitch count a little bit. I will take advantage of mistake pitches, of course. And if I have a weaker hitter or a hitter, that's not ideal. Okay, so the double play gets him out of the inning. So need to hit this in the air. That's probably a decent pitch to hit in the zone. That was a tough two-seamer. Okay. Tough at the top of the zone. Okay. Jim Edmonds is one of the players in this game that has crazy blue abilities. So blue abilities are good, like bonus abilities. So if I pop it up real quick. So the attributes on your screen, so D contact, C power, etc. Those are your standard attributes. But then Edmonds has power hitter, walk-off hitter, gold glover. So he plays even better than his attributes, right? So C127 is like good power. It's above average power, probably 55 grade power if you go on that scale. But he has power hitter and he's noted as a slugger here. So his power ends up plays up more than a 127, plays more like a 150, it feels like. So we'll take strike one. I just want to get a run here, so I'm going to just serve that into left. Right over Eckstein's head. I might, we'll go for 2. Okay. We're vibing 1-0 on Doc Holliday. Let's try to get another couple runs here. Take the 2-seam on the outer edge. Take the changeup down. And that's paint. I gotta respect that. That's paint. That's nothing I can do with that pitch, but fair enough. All right, 1-0. We get the clean first inning. So Vernon Wells, for of course future Angel at this point. So we'll hit him with a slider down and in. Let's go back to the changeup below the zone. Yep. Okay. PV is very good in this game. Halladay is very good. Brandon Webb on Arizona is very nice. Of course, he didn't play much longer after this season. That's their first hit. Okay. Whoa. Don't do that. that is one thing I do not like about this game is like diving in the outfield, diving at bases can be a little clunky. And I don't like the walking. Like, I want to draw more walks, right? I want it to be a little bit more realistic. Lyle Overbay absolutely owns me. So I'm going to be very careful here. He has the platoon matchup. We're going to go hard sinker, hard sinker. I'm going to try to go off the plate here. Okay. See, like that. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do because I couldn't control the right player. And you can't like switch control. So I just need an out. I just need an out right here. Change up down. I'll go fastball. See, it happened again. So nothing I can really do. I have to eat it because it gave me the third baseman, and the third baseman runs right to the base. So just tough luck there. So we'll just pound Halladay with fastballs. Go elevate one. Drop in a changeup. There we go. All right, we're through to 3 hits in the inning, all singles, but 2 of them really tough luck. You had the bloop single to start off, and that's just a tough sequence there. So you get some Scott Hairston, not Jerry Hairston. Although both of them are in the game. Good take. Yeah, so mistake pitches. There's 2 abilities associated with mistake pitches. There's safe pitch, which is the blue ability, and there's fat pitch, which is the red ability. So if you have safe pitch, when you make a mistake, when your pitcher makes a mistake, chances are it will be out of the zone or in like a corner. So it might be like down here where my cursor is. Like it might be like down there, which is not a great pitch, but it's better than throwing it middle. Like that. So that was a mistake pitch. You saw the exclamation point over his head, over Doc's head. So there you go. So that was a meatball, mistake pitch. If you have fat pitch, almost all of your mistakes are going to go right down the middle. I missed it. Almost all of your mistake pitches are going to go right down the middle. Pitcher on pitcher violence here. We'll just try to, I'm just going to take and boost the pitch count. I did hit a home run the other day with Carlos Zambrano. He has E87 power. So you can hit home runs with pitchers, but there's only a select few that have better than F power. So, okay. Next time makes the play. All right, through 2. I think one thing, if the game came out nowadays, first off, it would be great to have updated rosters. I think that's important. That might be a future piece of content for us. Of course, last year I made all the graphics with players and like what Acuna would have, what Mookie Betts would have, what Aaron Judge would have. Jose Siri had 3 A's. So that was a lot of fun. I have all of the attributes for this year's crop, but I didn't realize the Soul Series was like a week in advance. So my entire schedule got thrown off, but I think we ended up releasing 4 teams, 4 sets of graphics. All right, Rios, and they were going to sit you down with an away changeup. Yeah. Oh, okay. Got contact. So we'll just throw it on over. All right, we're through 3, at least with PV. If they were to make a modern game, of course, Astros in the American League. I would imagine they would have DH toggleable. Yeah, that's a word. Because of course, universal DH now. But hey, maybe you want to play a game without DH. That could be fun. Or I don't know if that would be too much work for the developers to give like all the pitchers hitting attributes, because some pitchers like obviously haven't hit in a long time. Tough. Yeah, some pitchers like have never hit at the major league level. Although it occasionally can happen. You'd have to plug it in, because the Diamondbacks had Scott McGough hit like with the bases loaded earlier in the season against New York. That was a strange situation, but hey, they made the best of it. They did not actually make the best of that, but it'd be fun to have a modern interpretation of the game as I take strike 3. Okay. You'd have the Astros in the American League. Maybe you'd have expansion potential. I think just like the system here is very good. This is like a fundamentally good baseball game. I know it looks cartoony, but it plays like a better baseball game. I enjoy playing this more than MLB The Show, for example. I think I've had a post about this before, and I've talked on several podcasts. Like what aspects of this game I enjoy versus MLB The Show versus out of the park baseball, among other games. And it's just a sort of just serves one to right. There's like if you had a combination of elements that would make a great game. Obviously, the rosters from modern games, so the 2024 MLB The Show, right? You'd want the modern rosters. I don't mind this graphic style. There we go, Egon. We got it. Okay. I don't mind this graphic style. You could also go with more super mega baseball-y style. I think getting too realistic almost takes some of the fun out. But that's just me. I like the more exaggerated features, like these guys don't have legs. they don't have legs. Which I mean, hey, but they have very detailed facial expressions, which is fun. Nice piece of hitting by Khalil Green. I want Super Mega Baseball's ability to like take pitches. I don't know if it's like a bigger strike zone or you have more area to like throw the baseball, but it feels like you can like replicate a strategy. Like you can be a player that takes and it's more successful. Because in this game, most of your takes will be strikes. So just serve one in the left. Got it in on the hands a little bit. So just, I don't know. Then I think you can potentially take the depth of an out of the park. Of course, that's its own thing. So I wouldn't necessarily expect like historic teams in a 2024 version of the game. And of course, they still have the game in Japan, and there was a eSports Olympics event for it. Nice time to do damage. Ooh, will stay. Wells has a pretty good arm. All right. We'll leave one out over the plate, please. That was not over the plate. That is a double play. Okay. Okay. No dice. All right. 2 men on for Josh Bard. I just want to kind of flip one into left. So if he throws one if Halliday throws one outer half of the plate, I'm just going to serve it in the left. I think Kuzmanov has D speed, so should be fast enough to get home. So just get. Ooh, okay. I'll take it. Ooh, he's. Okay. 3-2. A walk for them isn't the worst option because you have the 9-hole hitter. PV. Come on. There we go. Okay, that'll score 2. Great. Good piece of hitting. And now PV will probably get sat down. I'll just boost the pitch count again. So strike 1. Halliday's at 66 pitches so far through 3 2/3. So we're playing the long game here. We want to get into that bullpen. Foul that eye. I'll take the single. I will take the single. Bring up Brian Giles for the 3rd time. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, want to talk ball, I'm here. I have the comments pulled up. Missed it. Okay. Nice curveball. If you're on Twitter, I can't see your comments. So just you can hop over on YouTube and I'll throw up your comments. Lyle Overbay, my arch nemesis. He had a single earlier on a little. Did it again. Nope, can't get there. Lyle Overbay has to hit 450 against me. So in Toronto scored their run with a couple. I don't want to call them cheap shots, but a couple ones. There we go, double play ball. Are you kidding me? Okay, that was sad. Let's reset. Oh, my days. Okay. Yeah, they had a couple cheap singles, like infield single types that were between my defenders, and the computer didn't give me the right defender to go to. I really need a ground ball here. So we're just pounding two-seamers down. I'll throw another one below the zone. Okay, that works. Hill has good speed, but I have hitters with decent arms, and I'm not afraid of Zahn scoring on a ball to the outfield. Maybe I should be. There we go. Iguchi. There we go. We are through 4. We're through 5. Make sure you guys follow at LAR_baseball on Twitter or Instagram. If you're watching on Twitter, you can hop over onto the YouTube if you want to comment. I'd have some trouble getting you on the show today, but maybe in the future we can invite guests. I don't know what Alex is doing. I did text him earlier. He didn't get back to me. Although my phone's on the other side of the room, so maybe he did get back and maybe is like extremely happy that I have figured out how to do this. All right, we drew a walk. There we go. That is great. We love walks. Let's have that conversation. So a lot of people in modern baseball note the situation. No men on, no outs, and I drew a walk. That is as good as a single. That is quite literally textbook as good as a single. And I would argue, perhaps, the act of walking is better than a single in that situation, because if you put the ball in play, you don't have a 1,000 on base percentage, right? Maybe you get a double, maybe you score, right? That's obviously a chance. If you walk, you can't score, but if you put the ball in play, you have a reasonable chance to be out, right? BABIP is like give or take the year, like around 280, right? 280, 290. I think this year it's down, but it's like below 300. So on the average ball put in play, you're going to hit under 300. On the average walk, aka every single walk, probably not deep enough for a sac fly. On the average walk, aka all of them, you have a 100% chance to reach first base. So I find walks incredibly valuable. Now, you can counter with the point that 7 out of the 8 run, like parts of the matrix, run matrix, or base matrix, a single is not as good as a walk, or a walk is not as good as a single. And that's absolutely true. Like this situation, whoa, venture too far off the bag. Ooh, okay. That was a little scary. We got Jerry, or we got Scott up. So yes, 7 out of 8 base situations are, in fact, it's better for a single than a walk. Great. But in modern baseball, and every season since 1980, that was an insane play by Eckstein, though a high throw. 7 out of 8 base situations. So you can have no one on base, man on first, man on second, man on third, bases loaded, man on first and second, second and third, first and third. So out of those 8, the most common by far is having no guys on. So in that case, a walk is as good as a single, if not a little bit better, because there's no chance you're out. Right. Now, obviously, you'd prefer doubles and triples to that, and home runs, of course. But I don't really love the walks are bad or walks aren't important. Walks are incredibly important. Like, I think last year, Matt Olson led the majors with 139 RBI, right? He had more plate appearances with no men on than he did with men on. And he was hitting behind the man who led the National League in on-base percentage. Hitting directly behind him for a chunk of the season, and then a couple spots behind him at points later in the season. So you're thinking, if you're the number 4 hitter, and first off, your leadoff hitter leads the league in on-base percentage, and then your second and third hitters are like decent baseball players in Ozzie Albies and Austin Riley, you'd think, well, Matt Olson's going to have one of the highest rates of having men on base. Well, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't, but it was still below 50%. And every team since 1980, and I could go back farther, but I don't have my laptop doesn't like when I go that far back on StatHead. I could go back farther, and you'd see most of the time, most teams, if not every single team, will have more plate appearances with men on base and with the base empty than with men on base. So at least 50% of the time for most hitters, it's more advantageous. It's advantageous to draw a walk. Yeah, there's situations like this one. Do I really want Tatehito Iguchi drawing a walk? Maybe, because I can pass the baton to Adrian Gonzalez. I'd rather a walk than a double play. Oh, okay, we're good. Yeah, I'd rather a walk than a double play. I'm looking to hit this one in the air and score PV. Or hit it on the ground and end the inning. Okay, that works too. We vibe. 5-1, 13 hits. That's nice. I don't know how much longer PV will go. He's only on 68 pitches, which is pretty good. There we go. Iguchi with the jumping catch. Can we get Overbay out? Challenge of the day. We're going to go hard sinker down and away, just off the plate. We'll go down and in. Oh, there we go. Kuzmanov with a leaping catch. I don't know what it is with Overbay. I think it has to be one of his blue attributes just makes him into a monster. Zahn, I don't think you want to do a big swing here, Doc. We'll go away with the two-seamer. Gotcha. 8 strikeouts through 7 for PV. The only run was pretty cheap. So we ball. We do, in fact, ball. We have 4, 5, 6 coming up. In other baseball news today, the Mets blew another game. Edwin Diaz blew his 3rd straight save. I mean, I am a Braves fan, so I take some pleasure in the Mets losing, but it does suck for baseball that Edwin Diaz just isn't as electric anymore. Like, just the vibes are just off in New York, and that's just bad for baseball to me. Other spots around the league, Detroit beat Toronto 2-1. Reese Olson has been phenomenal this season, had been winless. He was 0-5 entering today, but got the dub today. So big props to Reese Olson. He and Skubal have been terrific this season. Skubal got roughed up a little bit by Kansas City, but Kansas City, they've won 8 in a row. Cleveland, I don't know the score of their game today, but they'd won 7 in a row entering today. So a couple 7+ game winning streaks there in the AL Central. That might be a team that gets that 2 seed. And I do part of me does think that the AL Central winner will still be seen as a fraud unless they win their ALCS or ALDS series. And that ALDS series might be against Houston, Texas, Seattle. And that's tough. Like, those are good teams. And I don't know, man. I think Kansas City and Cleveland are very good, but they might not be as good as Seattle, Texas, Houston, and the likes coming down at the end of the season. So PV's on cruise control. Makes this play. Oh, he gets a little of that Khalil Green action with the barehanded play. Hey, another time through the order. Some throwback action here. Ball 1. You know, I don't know what the solution is to the whole starting pitcher thing, because I understand you want players, you want the starter to pitch more, and I understand that as like a narrative element, and he's getting tired. I'll keep him in to face Hill, try to get the ground ball. There we go. Ooh, that was gnarly. Okay, and he'll face. We'll get out of the inning with Rios. If we do get out of the inning, then I'll bring in Hoffman. Cool. All right. Yeah, I don't know what the solution is. Is there really a solution? Because you have, if you're a team, right? You are the San Diego Padres in this case. you have a lot of different pitchers that can be better than your starter the third or fourth time through the order, right? That's the tough part. Is there's a trade-off when you go to a different pitcher, right? Or there's an opportunity cost, I guess, right? So if you have insert starter and you're told, okay, third time through the order, there's this penalty. Well, do you want that guy facing the order for the third time or potentially the fourth time? Or do you want a fresh reliever coming in that probably throws 100? You probably want the guy that throws 100. That's just the problem, that it would be no different than like when you pinch hit for a pitcher, right? I just pinch hit for PV. Do I want Jake PV taking the at-bat, or do I want an actual hitter taking the at-bat? Well, I'd rather have the actual hitter. So if you think about it that way, then there's always a case to bring in the reliever, especially a fresh reliever over a guy who's thrown 90 pitches, 100 pitches, And I don't even think it's an issue of guys who are trying to like guys that empty the tank, like if you're throwing 100 in the first inning and then 94 by the fifth, okay, that's not ideal, of course, but that's not ideal. However, it comes with the caveat of that is a more effective pitcher. Generally, when you throw harder, you'll be more effective. When your stuff is sharper, your stuff looks better, right? It's like 85 down the middle from Hoffman isn't great. But if he's throwing softer, like that one was 84. Hoffman's very good, man. Obviously, he's not Mo Rivera, but no one is. But got that Hell's Bells action at Petco. Sadly, it won't have sound. I'll have to think about that because I don't know how I would be able to get it. But drive home safely. All right, 5-1 dub. Let me know in the comments, preferably on YouTube because I cannot see the tweets. Preferably on YouTube. Let me know if you want to see another game. Pick a team if you'd like. You want to see success mode. So just a nice piece of hitting there. Josh Bard, player of the game. 2-run fourth, 2-run fifth. Just a nice solid dub right there. Just a solid dub. And we take those. I guess I could sign into my Twitter I have an iPad here, but it doesn't have Twitter. So I don't know. Or better yet, I have a laptop. I can pull up Twitter. I don't think I have Twitter on Google Chrome. So if you're on Twitter and replying to this or mentioning this or what have you, I will be able to see your message here in a second. So PV gets the dub, Halliday gets the loss. Giles 3 hits, Iguchi a hit, Agon a hit, Green 2 hits, Edmonds 2 hits. The only double of the game. Kuzmanov 2 hits, Harrison Bard 2 hits, or a hit each, 2 RBIs each. PV came in hitting pitchers forever, man. 2 for 3. On the other side, PV 8 innings of 1-run ball, 9 strikeouts, only 7 hits. Hoffman came in for the 10-pitch ninth. On the other side, Doc went 5 innings, 95 pitches, 11 hits, 5 runs. Not horrible, things considered. Frazier came in for 2 clean innings, and then Camp came in for a clean inning. 1 strikeout for each of them. 125 pitches for the Blue Jays, just 95 for me. Just 95. Pretty even split. So PV was about a quarter fastball, a quarter slider, a little under a quarter two-seam, and then a little lower on the hard sinker, the changeup, and then just a couple curveballs just for show. So we're vibing. 13 sliders on the first pitch. I was spamming that. 5 changeups, 5 whiffs on the changeup, including 4 of the punch outs. All right. Oh, and then on the other side, Halliday threw a lot of curveballs. So we're vibing. All right. I don't know. I'm going to see if I can see your comments. Yeah, I don't think I can see comments. I guess I can. But hey, if you have any questions, ask away. We got no problems with answering questions, asking questions. So there you go. We're vibing. All right. So four options again. You have exhibition, MLB Life, season mode, and success mode. I'm thinking this I think has gone reasonably well. I'm pretty happy with it. So I might do like a road to the show with I'll show you the guys I've created so far. Obviously, I haven't streamed any of them. Alex on my personal account, Alex and I streamed a couple times. We had the Dover family, so you have Ben Dover, Over and Dover, etc. So I have a Jameis Winston closer build, Max Fried, Delwyn Young. This was quite unfortunate. You have me, greatness right there. Yeah, let's go. We have Mike Trout. It's pretty good. Eddie Collins, the Hall of Famer. Arky Vaughn, the GOAT. Then Carlos Santana, who I was trying to have more like a well-rounded profile. And then I got Dr. Good Job and hit a bunch of home runs, and I just went bananas. So, he is as dominant as a player I've ever created. With the maxed out power, 255 power, bro. That is insanity. We love to see that. Arky is the maxed out contact. Eddie Collins, A contact. Trout, B contact, B power. Then mine, A contact, A power, B speed as well. The pitchers are pretty good. In practice, Fried probably would play a little bit better than Young, even though Young has better stamina and more control. Fried has a couple really nice pitches. The curveball is quite good, level 6 curveball. I like using the vertical slider because it has 2-plane movement. Most pitches in this game do not. They move in one direction, but the vertical slider has a horizontal element and a vertical element, but it's not like all at once. So like if you're watching, it's just like down and over. I guess I could play a game with them. And then Winston, it's like the Yu Darvish build, but as a closer. So he has his original pitch, which is a sinking fastball. Then a hard shutout, a changeup, a knuckleball, a slurve, a knuckle curve, a cutter, a slider, and a two-seamer. He throws 91 as well. Fried can throw 94, which will also help. So either way, good pitchers. So can always do one of those. Do a season mode. So in season mode, for the 30 teams, what on earth? Yeah, so you have the 30 teams. The only problem is the Astros are in the National League still, and you can't put them in the American League without moving someone else around. Listen, I would love an updated MLB Power Pros. It'd be great. It'd be phenomenal. But sadly, it's not here. Maybe one day. Maybe videos like this will help that. But the best team in the game, per source, is Boston. The Yankees are loaded. They just hit so much. The pitching isn't crazy, but they just hit and hit and hit and hit. They don't even have to share it yet. They have Jason Giambi. But look at this Yankees team, bro. This Yankees team, 2008 Yankees, just a loaded bunch. Your lineup is Johnny Damon, Derek Jeter, Bobby Abreu, A-Rod, Jason Giambi, Robbie Cano, Don't You Know, Jorge Posada, Hideki Matsui, Melky Cabrera. Melky Cabrera would be the 6 hitter on most teams in this game. He's the 9 hitter for the Yankees, right? Just a good all-around player, you know. Actually, in real life, the future should have been batting to champion, but he used steroids that year. And my alarm's going off, so I will be right back in like 2 seconds. I guess it's not. I don't know. Like it went off, and you can still see it. I think we're good. I believe we're good. I heard it go off. That's strange. That is strange. If you're watching on Twitter, watching on YouTube, go ahead, drop a comment. Let me know what you guys want me to do next. I can go through some fun lineups, some shout outs to the past. There's not many players that are still around. Off the top of my head, we have Justin Verlander, who is on the Tigers. There he is. I don't have his card unlocked, though. Do I have Votto's card unlocked? Problem with Joey Votto, obviously great player. So we have a no data here. That means that is a great player, a player who did not give their rights to be in the game. So where is... Oh, there's Jerry Harrison Jr. Where's Votto? There's Votto. What does he give us on Mr. Votto? His 92 RBI in AAA, good enough for second in the league, earned his first call-up to the majors in September. Gave a real glimpse of what he's made of by hitting .321 with 4 round trippers. Also recorded 5 RBI in the last game of the season. May just beat out Scott Hatteberg for a battle for a regular starting role. I'm just saying that he did, in fact, beat out Scott Hatteberg and had a pretty good 2008 season and became a pretty solid Hall of Famer. Let's see what they have on Griffey. Appeared in 140 games for the first time in 7 years. Needs just 7 more home runs to reach 600 for his career. 2008 will mark the last season of his 9-year contract. Scott Hatteberg. I mean, I'd take a player that hits 300 with a 474 slug. Ryan Friel. That man could ball. Brandon Phillips. David Ross. I love like the little nuggets they have on these players. And some of them have more than others. Like Corey Patterson doesn't have a description, even though he's been in the league a long time. While Jeff Keppinger, while like Joey Votto had only been in the league for a month, and he gets a more fleshed out description. Do you have anything on Volquez and Cueto? Nothing on Cueto. But Volquez is in the Josh Hamilton trade. Oof. Although I don't know. Volquez was solid, never great. You know, what do they have on Mr. Hamilton? Now, there you go. 19 home runs as a rookie in 07. Michael Young, Ian Kinsler, Milton Bradley. Suffered the terrible misfortune of rupturing a ligament in his right knee while arguing with an umpire. What? Huh. It's just a fun time. You know, even just like the history, it's what you can learn about these players. Luis Mendoza. Let's see. Let's check out Albert Pujols. I hope he has his card unlocked. We do. Ever since his Major League debut season in 2001, when he won Rookie of the Year, has recorded an OPS over 950 in 7 straight seasons. That is a clunky sentence. I think it's translated directly from Japanese, though. One of the National League's best hitters, also plays a solid first base. I would call him Prince Albert, but that works. Any other fun nickname? Yeah. Keel. Yachty. Okay. Kyle Loesch. There we go. Wow. OPS of 1,000 and pinch hitting appearances. Pretty good. Raiden Looper. We have a... Do we have a... Yeah, Chris Carpenter. Not great in this game. So, there we go. We'll load up another game, I think. We'll try another exhibition game. Again, drop a comment if you want to see a specific team, if you want to see a specific ballpark, even. We will, well, you know what? We'll go with an all-star matchup. We will go with an all-star matchup. I don't think there's any difference there, but we will go ahead and play. We'll play at Pampaka Park. This is one I use all the time in season mode. So no DH because the National League is hosting. Yes, I know that doesn't make sense, but look at these all-stars. Soriano, Reyes, Beltran, Griffey, Fielder, Utley, Wright, Martin, Peavy. Then the American League has Ichiro, Jeter, Guerrero, A-Rod, Ortiz, Polanco, Pudge, Maglio, and Josh Beckett. I would not bat Maglio Ordonez 8th. I'm sorry. That seems dumb. But hey, that's just me. That's just me, you know. The rest of the lineup, we have McCann, Pujols, Lee, Dimitri Young, Odog, Sanchez, Hanley Ramirez, Vizquel, Hardy, Holiday, Lee, Pence, Brad Penny, Ben Sheets, Smoltzy, Cordero, Valverde, Hoffman, Webb, Fuentes, Saito, Chris Young, and Cole Hamels. Not a bad group of players. I'm going to go with some guys, switch it up a little bit, go with the best condition at each position. We'll go with McCann at catcher. Should be a Hall of Famer, by the way. We'll go with Dimitri Young at first base. I'll probably have him batting 8th, though. JJ Hardy at shortstop. And let's just move this around. Utley batting 2nd. David Wright batting 3rd. I actually don't mind McCann batting 4th. We'll keep Griffey in the 4-hole. No, we'll put Beltran in the 4-hole. Griffey 5, McCann 6, Hardy 7, Young 8, PV 9. All right. Their lineup: Posada, V-Mart, Morneau, Guillen. All right, let's get it rolling. Just a battle of all-stars here. This is exactly what you came here for, I would imagine. The quality baseball commentary. I don't know how quality it is because I'm just in awe that I can actually do this. Like, this has been a dream of mine since I started playing this game back in 2008. Like, to show the world how great this game is. All right, so Pampaka Park, huge ballpark. Humongous ballpark. Left center field's like 430. I wish I'd chosen a different pitcher than PV. I'll only throw an inning with PV. You guys have seen 9 innings or 8 innings have been pitched anyways. So I'll throw an inning with PV. This is a huge ballpark. This is a prioritize. That's tough. Prioritize contact. And there we go. Quick 2-pitch out there. Number 2, Derek Jeter. Number 2. Wanted the slider there, not the 4-seamer, but we get the slider there. We'll get the 2-seamer down, try to get a ground ball. Fouls it off. 4-seamer down and away. Fouls it off. We'll go with the curve ball. And we get the liner to Chase Utley. Vladdy. Oh, running the wrong way. All right, just a nice piece of hitting there. A-Rod, another player that should probably be in the Hall of Fame. I know. not a strong enough arm. Okay. Big Papi, a Hall of Famer. Ooh, I'm lucky. He could have swung and hit that, but there we go. All right, good pitch. All right, we are through the first. We have Soriano, Utley, David Wright. Because Josh Beckett, 2003 World Series hero. Actually, playoff hero generally, because he won NLCS MVP, if I recall. He does have timely whiff, though, in this game. Soriano does, so not ideal to go down 0-2. I'll just serve one into right. They have... Is it Mauer behind the plate? Not Pudge. Yep, no, we are not running on Pudge. We're not going to run on Pudge. I know that's kind of soft, and you probably want to see some interesting gameplay. I'm not running on Pudge Rodriguez. But can we get a hit with Chase Utley? To me, in my eyes, he's a Hall of Famer. I know he's probably not going to get in, at least soon. Ooh, nice piece of hitting. We'll test Maglio's arm. All right. Good stuff. David Wright, a Hall of Fame talent, didn't play long enough. Just you hate to see it with back injuries. At least he did get a moment in the 2015 World Series. That's good. And he'll get a moment here with little 2 RBI. And see, the outfield here is huge. And I'm going for third. If Polanco threw it when he got it, he might have gotten me. Beltran, to me, another Hall of Famer. He might take another year or two with the whole Astros sign stealing stuff. Solid curveball there from Beckett. I was out in front. No dice for them. So 3-0. Griffey, of course, a Hall of Famer. Although he's at the tail end of his, playing days here. 2008, his last year with the Reds. He actually split the year with Chicago, the White Sox. But yeah, this is just a huge ballpark. So the left field wall, if you notice, has a couple holes in it. I wish I could have hit it farther than that, but we didn't. We'll get McCann on. But if I hit a ball into left center field, I'll show you the holes. Okay, so you see... That's exactly what I wanted to do. So there's holes. If you hit it in the hole on the fly, I believe it's a triple. And if it bounces in, it's a double. I will say it might be a home run if you hit it in on the fly, and a triple if it bounces in. But obviously, you're not expecting to hit it into the hole from 400. And the wall's like 420 feet away. It sort of reminds me of the Cleveland wall. That we're going to bring in a pinch hitter for PV. It sort of reminds me of the Cleveland wall, that it's like huge. It's just an awkward place to be, So we'll bring in Pujols. It's just an awkward place in the ballpark. Because like Pujols, if he gets a hold of one to left center, he has to hit it 430 basically to hit it out. Like it's easier to hit opposite field home runs like that. So just 390 the opposite way, easy money. But if you absolutely whack it, you'll mesh in the game for the AL All-Stars. If you get a hold of one to left center, you really got to get a hold of one. So, and then a ground out ends the frame. Once again, if you have any questions, drop it in the comments. Preferably on YouTube, but no preference really. We'll bring in a lefty. We'll bring in Cole Hamels. World Series hero. Cole Hamels, that is. Bum, bum. Let me know if my camera setup looks all right. If I need to move it closer to the screen, away from the screen. If I need to orient it. Or if my camera looks okay. Because I know I'm not looking directly at it. Right, I'm looking over it. So a little fly-balled Beltran. Beltran, he and Kosuke Fukudome are the most well-rounded players in the game. So they have 5 B attributes and a Fukudome has 1 C attribute. Beltran has 1 D attribute. So they're right next to each other on that strikeout pudge. Now, the best hitter in the game, Maglio Ordonez. I don't know what the blue abilities would say to that. I'm sure there's like a... I don't know what the right word for it. I'm sure you could have like 100 seasons of sim play and figure out who the best hitter is. But I don't know. Carl Crawford in the game in left. We could end it here with a little 3 spot. Utley. I don't know if Jeter makes that play in real life. I'm sorry. I don't know. Ranging all the way over to his left behind the bag. I don't know. Utley, a good base runner. Just a good piece of hitting from David Wright. Little bouncer. Oh, nice play by Gilmesh to start the double play. All right, no runs, but we did get the hit, and just took a nice play. Took a nice play there. So 7-0. We're vibing. They will, of course, try to stay alive, and Manny Ramirez is a pretty good option to stay alive. We'll hit him with the down and in 2-seamer. See, if I had Hamels, I might make that play, but I get the shortstop. It's like, yeah. All right, Ichiro. Hard to double off, so I'm trying for the strikeout. We didn't get the strikeout. They get a pitch over the middle of the plate. Okay. Jeter, I'm not afraid of Ramirez reaching. I'm going to play back and hope for a ground ball and try to gun down Ichiro. Okay, we got Ichiro. Guerrero, and then it's A-Rod Ortiz. I probably could have thrown it to the cutoff man and tried to gun down Guerrero at second, but tough either way. Right? Who's in the 6 hole? It is a lefty-lefty, though, with Ortiz. There's 6 for them. Yeah, I do not want David Ortiz ending this game. Hello, the Sports Guy 24. How's it going, Alex? We're going to intentionally walk David Ortiz here on that 2013 World Series arc. Hey, Alex, if you want to choose the next thing I do, you're more than welcome to. Just drop a comment. We will walk David Ortiz, get Placido Polanco in there, and I will bring in... We'll bring in Chris Young, 3rd inning. We'll save our better pitchers for later in the game. So Polanco doesn't run particularly well. Yeah, E-speed. So I'm going to play the infield back. He's more of a contact-oriented player anyways. So I'm going to play the infield back. First pitch, fastball. Fouls off the 2-seamer. Dropping a change. There we go. Chris Young. Got him. Cha-ching. All right, Griffey, McCann, Hardy. 4 runs to cause a forfeit. So Santana comes in. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Santana comes in, and they have their 3rd different left fielder in 3 innings. I appreciate the lefty-lefty, though. That ball probably should have ended up on Mars. Huh, okay. It didn't dawn on me, but yes, it makes sense that Santana's on the American League team because he was a Twin in 2007, but obviously was a Met in 2008. So you're like, well, why wouldn't he be on that team? But it makes sense. But he has his Mets uniform on, which is strange. And that's a double play ball. B-Mac. Come on, B-Mac. JJ Hardy had the triple to the Lucky Pockets last plate appearance. And we'll go to the other gap with the power. Probably only a double, though, with Guerrero's good arm. We will bring in a pinch hitter. Now we'll bring in Hanley. I wish that was a change-up because that would have been smashed. In the hole. That's a nice play to get a good runner in Hanley. All right, we will go swap. Oh. I would like to swap the fielders first. Pitcher, we're going to throw in Brian Fuentes. Try to, I guess, burn through our relievers a little bit. Because it is an all-star game. You know. Nice play by Hanley. Chugging along over here. A couple pitches, a couple outs. We'd love to see that. Balling out over here. They're bringing in Jorge Posada. Jorge Posada. I'm going to ask you guys, is Jorge Posada a Hall of Famer in your eyes? Obviously, he's not a Cooperstown, but do you think Posada did enough to make the Hall of Fame? I don't know. We get a Justin Verlander sighting. Verlander at Pujols, of course, faced off in the 2006 World Series. And Pujols takes him 415 feet to straightaway center, but not deep enough in this ballpark. Not deep enough in this ballpark. Soriano little splits the infield in twain. Again, I'd run, but I have no interest in getting thrown out by Pudge Rodriguez. So Utley gets a hold of one to straightaway center. That would have been an insane play by Ichiro. I'm not going to go home because Ichiro and Polanco are pretty solid defensively. David Wright, even a sac fly here would be great. And Utley is a good base runner, so he'd probably get into third, depending on where the ball's. Okay, never mind. We'll try it. Would have taken a perfect throw. So Beltran makes it 9-1. Just a good piece of hitting. Got out in front of it. Now a walk-off two-run homer is a thing. Not to that part of the ballpark, though. All right. Fuentes, sir. Good performance, but we will take you out. And I'm just going to go down the line, I think. Bring in Brad Penny. Inning at a time. Yeah, it does have a splitter, so I'll probably toss the splitter a few times here. I'll go change up. He smashes center Beltran. Strong throw back in. Bum, 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 bum. Little slide piece to start off the at-bat. You know, one thing I do miss is more pitchers having unique windups. And even, oh, there you go. Brad Penny with a snag. And even more hitters with their unique unique stances. So that is one thing I miss. Brian McCann. So remember, a bloop and a blast ends it. That will not end it. We will bring in a pinch hitter. You guys want to see Russell Martin, Derek Lee, Prince Fielder, Orlando Hudson, Freddie Sanchez, Omar Vizquel, Jose Reyes, Matt Holliday, Carlos Lee, Hunter Pence. think I'll bring in Matt Holliday. His son is in the major leagues now, which is bonkers. Well, is in AAA, but had played in the majors earlier this season, which is bonkers. Bro, when they throw high fastballs, and I expect them to like drop down because he has a changeup. Matt Holliday, good piece of hitting over Ichiro's head, which is really tough to do. In most ballparks, I feel like that's a home run because Ichiro just covers so much ground. Hanley, I'd like to go opposite way. Here we go. Guerrero has a rocket too. If I get it into left field, I'm good. A walk-off 3-run homer here would be immaculate. But instead, we will settle for a sac fly. Yes. Ooh. Absolute tomfoolery. If another throw had gone wide, game would be over. All right. We are going to try for the game ender right here. No dice. No dice. So we will head to the 6th. Bring in another new pitcher after changing the fielder. So great. Ben Sheets, you are into the game, sir. 10-1, and you got to keep it at 10. Or you got to keep them at 1, so it's a 9-run lead. So change up, drop curve, hard slider for Sheets. So we're gonna start Mr. A-Rod out with a little drop curve. Swings right through it. Little change up action. No dice. Heat on heat, 90 mile per hour fastball, top of the zone. Drop the change up in. We'll go slider down and away. And we get a mistake pitch, but he swings right through it. That works for me. We pitched around Big Papi the last time, and it worked. He did strike out his first time up, but he's a much better hitter than Placido Polanco is. With all due respect to Mr. Placido Polanco. We'll try to get a little slide piece in. Ooh, I'm gonna go back there. I'm gonna go back. Maybe I should have. That was horrible defense. But it like swapped between the third baseman and the shortstop. Posada. Ooh, goes the other way. Please run. Griffey shows off the arm.
Are you recording?
Yes, I am.
All right.
Good night. That's my grandmother. And we get Manny on the punchy. All right. I'm going to say that I can only end the game on a home run. Obviously, like if I end up scoring, the game ends with the 10-run lead. But I want to do it via the home run, which is not going to happen there, but another ball over Ichiro's head. It's really tough to hit home runs in this ballpark. You got to have absurd power. The best players in this park are players with pretty good power. I'm going. A walk-off wild pitch from second. A walk-off wild pitch. But not only that, but you score from second on a walk-off wild pitch. Things you love to see. That right there. Just fun to get some different teams involved. Get some different you know the vibes. My voice is starting to die though. So not fun, but we will vibe. So maybe another 10 minutes or so. All right, Hamels wins. Beckett with the loss. Pujols with the only home run. 16 hits, 6 doubles, 2 triples for the American League side. They had 9 hits, 1 double, 1 RBI. And of course, the walk to Ortiz. Utley went 3 for 4 with 3 doubles. I think every player who had an at bat besides Dimitri Young got a hit. That's pretty insane. We used 6 pitchers. They used 4, in all fairness. I actually, for once, threw more pitches than they did because I was just shuffling through guys. Or I was just swinging on the first pitch a lot. All right, so it is 10 o'clock on the East Coast, so I'm probably going to wind this down here a little bit. Now let's do a little home run derby action. Yeah, we'll do it with Trout. And we'll do it at Angel Stadium, of course. So for the uninitiated, home run derbies in this, you get 10 swings. If you hit a home run on all 10 swings, you get swings until you miss. Those are your bonus swings. So I don't know if I'll get there with Trout because he only has like upper B power. So he doesn't have much room for error. He can still obviously hit home runs, but I don't expect him to hit like 450-foot homers. Like I had one that went 534 once, and I have to time these up pretty good because you don't get cheap home runs unless you have like a really, really high power. And you can always go in opposite field with Trout's power is not ideal. Panpaca Park's similar to the wall, the right center wall at Angel Stadium. It's kind of like that it's a higher wall and it's deep, right? So you get a lot of doubles off of it. Like at least with the Monster or the wall in Cleveland, those are, you can get it up and over the wall, or the wall in Pittsburgh in right field. But the Panpaca Park is similar to Mount Baltimore at Camden Yards, but it's in left center. So it's more left center than straight left field. While in Camden Yards, it's like all the way from like left to like basically center. So was your guys' days? I don't know how to say that you're like grammatically correctly in a grammatical sense. But even like that's I barreled that up, but it's a double, not a homer. So we'll take it. We'll take it. 9 home runs and 10 swings. So not too bad. Not too bad. I did have one. I went 59 home runs with Chipper, had 47 with myself, 33 with myself, 29 with myself. Nick Johnson went 24, Markakis 24, Carlos Santana 20, Chipper 18, Trout 16, Santana 15. Since Alex is in the chat, let's bring up a Mariner. We're gonna go with. They don't have a lot of power in this team, but we are going to go with a guy who has power hitter, and that is Richie Sexson. I'm not going to do it at Safeco because I'm not a dunce. Yeah, 423 to left center field is just brutal. Let's do it at Wrigley. You guys like the music? I can always change the music. And the first pitch is a ground ball. Of course it is. There we go. Richie got into that one. 426. Hopefully the wind's blowing out. 433. I know we have wind, like there's wind in the game. I don't think they have wind for home run derby purposes. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Unless it pops up at the beginning and I just missed it. Opposite way. Got the Alpo Taco. That's probably a double. No, snuck into the seats. Yeah, to get the really long distances, you got to pull it, and you got to hit it. You got to get A power, pull it, and be at like Chase or Coors because it just flies. I hit one at Fenway the other day. I posted this on Twitter. It's like 520 with my maxed out Santana player at Fenway. I just scorched it. That's one of the prettiest swings I've ever had. So 9 home runs for Richie Sexton. At the hour 20 mark here. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll have more of a plan the next time I do it. Might have some specific talking points. Easy for me to say. So I might have some specific talking points. I might want to try to do it daily. I have some. Yeah, June is probably a tough month for me to do it daily. I could always do a pre-recorded stream though. But yeah, June would probably be a tough month to do it daily. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Got some home run derby action, got a couple exhibition games, and got some baseball talk. So next time, you can drop questions, comments, concerns in the comments on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at Losses Above Replacement, LAR_baseball. Twitter, Instagram at LAR_baseball. We're posting a lot more. We record our podcast Monday nights, post them up on Tuesdays. And we just had our first regulation video. Jack and I, friend of the show, Jack, we ranked the City Connect jerseys, threw them into a tier list. So check that out. So I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. And I will see you in the next stream. And remember, MLB Power Pros 2008 is in fact the greatest game ever made.